What's up, guys? This video keeps screwing up. I tried uploading this video that I'm about to do, and YouTube wouldn't accept it for whatever reason. My phone's being retarded, I guess. And so I decided to cancel the upload. I deleted the video and decided to redo the video, and figured maybe I can cut down the time and maybe that'll help the upload. I mean, if anything, it'll make it go faster, and if it's actually an issue, then I gotta figure that out. But yeah, but I've tried recording it and it keeps getting cut off because my phone wants to be retarded. So hopefully it doesn't cut off this time. I deleted like almost everything in my memory now. So yeah. But yeah, I'm getting on with this. So you get to look forward to a reply to a UK video that I saw online. It's an anti-gay rights video. I feel like I should do a video on it because I'm all for equality throughout the world, not just in my country. And, you know, like the Middle East needs feminism, you know, and other countries also need to be a little more accepting of gay rights. And yeah. I also found a gold mine of crazy Republican conspiracy theories, like tinfoil hat Republicans, like just insane stuff, like homophobia and Islamophobia and stuff like that, just going crazy. And it's hilarious. I thought it was a satire site at first, and then I started commenting, and apparently it's not. And I offended a lot of people because these people are really stupid, which makes me feel like I have to do a video on it now, because people really do believe in this crap, apparently. So I have to do a video on it. I'm either going to do a video on the entire page, or I'm going to find certain articles and do videos on that. But you get to look forward to that. But on with this. This video I'm going to talk about evolution and creationism, and, you know, really kind of, it's more directed towards creationists and less towards people who believe in evolution. But I know we've all seen a lot of evolution videos debating evolution and creationism. Bill Nye did a, national fucking television thing on it with Ken Ham debate. But yeah, I figure I gotta do one. I come from the Bible Belt of the South in Tennessee, so I have a lot of people on my friends list who are creationists, and they have tried to debate this topic against me. And so I want to do a video on it. The first thing I gotta say is that creationists, you really have to educate yourselves in evolution. I know your creation myth. There's multiple creation myths, but I know yours specifically. And it's annoying when going into a debate when I know everything that you can possibly say and you know nothing about evolution, because you really need to research it instead of just mindlessly following what you've been told. Actually research it, because what you've been told, most of you, it's just 1950s propaganda, and that's really annoying because, first of all, it's propaganda, which means it's going to be just a bunch of lies and half-truths, and that's all you give me. So I have to explain to you that evolution not only has gone farther than that since the 1950s, that's also wrong to begin with, even back in the 1950s. And I had to sit there and explain that to you, kind of like the like world famous picture of like a monkey, an ape, Neanderthal human, or however it goes. That's a wrong representation of evolution. It's just wrong. And I mean, for one, humans and Neanderthal actually lived side by side. monkeys still exist. Apes still exist. The in-between, whatever, they put stuff in between as well. It's like, those don't exist, but that's wrong still. It's just so far out there. But that is actually propaganda from the 1950s, I think. It might have been earlier than that even, where they were trying to say that evolution is just bullshit. And the thing is it's just, propaganda. That's it. It's just lies. They purposely misrepresented evolution. The actual chain for that is like insanely long. But yeah, if you look into it, you will actually see the actual evolutionary chain for that. We also did not come from monkeys. Please stop saying we came from monkeys. You look like an idiot when you say we came from monkeys. You also look like an idiot when you then try to correct yourself after I call you an idiot. Or, I don't normally immediately go, you're an idiot. I normally try to say, no, we did not, and be respectful to you. But then you try correcting yourself and go, oh, I'm sorry, apes. It's like, now you're half right, but you're still wrong. And that normally is followed up by, well, if we came from apes or we came from monkeys, then why the hell are there still monkeys? It's like, because we didn't come from those apes or those monkeys. Those are like our cousins. They're indirectly related to us. It's like your parents. You're related to your family, right? Now, when you have a kid, and say your brother or sister has a kid, those two kids are related to each other through you guys, who are related to each other through your parents. So, it's one of those things. Monkeys are related to us through a long chain that dates back to a common ancestor. It would be like, we're related through our great, like a whole bunch of greats, grandfather kind of thing. That's basically what we are. We're related to you. Distantly kind of thing. It's a great ape is actually what our common ancestor is. It's a great ape. Not something that's still around. It's extinct and has been extinct for a really long time. It's not coming back, and it won't be something you're just going to see every day. You have to go to an actual museum to try to look at this. Or you could go online. But it doesn't exist. It's not an ape. It's not a monkey. It's an extinct, ancient great ape. It's gone. No longer existing. And we're not so directly related to monkeys and apes that it's crazy. They're like our very, very distant cousins. Just on that alone, you really need to educate yourselves, because I'm tired of hearing that argument. That's just retarded, just stupid. But going on from there, please educate yourselves before you try to debate with me, because I will destroy you, and I don't like destroying people in arguments. It's really annoying. I like having a real argument where we both can go back and forth. We have something to bring to the table, and we both come away from it learning at least something. I don't like going into the argument, destroying you, and then you just start spitting out Bible verses, and then I start correcting your Bible verses because you're wrong with them, or you're taking them out of concept, or just I start spitting out counter Bible verses, or I just simply say you're a religious idiot. If you can't actually debate, then why'd you try? If you're just going to then immediately turn around and go to your Bible. But that's fine. You can pull out your Bible. It doesn't help you in your argument. And it just shows that you're very narrow-minded in your views, and you refuse to actually believe what is obviously in front of your face. So please, research. But going on from there, you can believe in evolution and God at the same time. There's nothing saying you can't. The Pope, for example, believes in both evolution and God. He has made a statement publicly stating that you can believe in both. The majority of Italy, for example, the place where the Pope lives, if your religion, your form of Christianity, is an off-branch from Catholicism, which is like Baptists and, all those. If you have a religion that came from Western Europe, chances are it's based in Roman Catholic. So, the Pope, the guy who basically runs the religion that your religion is based off of, or even your religion, believes in evolution. Because he actually looked into it and went, oh, yeah, that does make sense. Huh. Well then. And so he accepted it as truth, as it is. He actually researched it because he was tired of a debate against it. So he went into it with an open mind, probably asking for God to give him guidance and all that. And he came out believing in evolution because the evidence for evolution outweighs the lack of evidence for creationism. The only evidence for creationism is that it comes from a 2,000-year-old book. That's not evidence. Anything can be written in a book. I mean, people make stories up all the time. But you don't need to stop believing in God to believe in evolution. And for some reason, people seem to get those two connected. Like, if you're going to believe in evolution, you can no longer believe in God. And that's not true. You can believe in both. I mean, evolution does not try to deal with the spirituality. It does not try to deal with where the earth began. It doesn't try to deal with any of that. It's just about how animals change over time. So there's no reason there should be a debate as to creationism or evolution. The only debate that you're having is about this one specific section in creationism where God went like this to create animals and people. That's it. I think that's like two sections actually. But regardless, the rest of your creation myth, you can go ahead and keep on believing. But the thing is you don't need to give up God to believe in evolution. Just as you can believe in evolution and creationism, just as you can believe in God and creationism, you can believe in God and evolution. There's nothing in evolution saying that you have to give up your God. There's nothing in evolution saying that your God doesn't exist. There's nothing in evolution talking about the afterlife. None of that is in evolution. All that evolution tries to do is understand how creatures change over time and what happens with that large amount of time, what exactly does change. And that's all evolution is. That's what evolution is the study of, is how creatures change over time. That's it. That's it. But people seem to think that you have to give up God, or that evolution is trying to disprove God, and that's not the case. Evolution doesn't care that you believe in God. Evolution doesn't deal with God. It doesn't deal with spirituality. It doesn't deal with the afterlife. It doesn't deal with how the earth was created. It doesn't deal with any of that. Like, how the earth was created is a different science altogether. I think it's like abiogenesis or biogenesis. I can't remember which. It's another science, though. I know that much. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. I probably should have looked that up because I ran into this last night and I just forgot to look it up just now. But it's a different science. Evolution deals with, after everything was created and all that, and the animals came forth, how did they come about? Like, what happened? Like, where did the animals come from? Where did they go? And how do we get to where we're at? That's all evolution is talking about. And the thing is why can't you believe that if you believe in God, why can't your God be all-powerful and that you say he is, and create a system that is self-sustaining, a system that will adapt to the environment depending on how it changes? I mean, that's not far-fetched if you think that your God is all-powerful. That's something that should be like, yeah, I can see God doing that. Instead, you just denounce it. It's like, so you think your God is so simple that he can't think of a system that would work, even though he's supposed to be all-powerful and all-knowing, that instead he does this to bring everything into existence. Why? That's just stupid. I mean, why can't God be so powerful, like just a little bit more powerful because he's supposed to be all-powerful? Why can't he be slightly more intelligent and slightly more powerful than that stupid little concept that you have and create a world that is self-sustaining? Like, why is that so far-fetched if your God's supposedly all-powerful and all-knowing? And then on top of that, the fact that we have actual facts backing it, it'd be like if God does exist and we have facts showing it, that evolution is a thing, don't you think that it would be then meaning that God created evolution as a thing? So then to denounce what we have actually proven in nature would be to denounce what your God has actually put forth and created. It'd be like spitting in God's face and saying, no, you didn't. It's like, when it's so obvious that he did kind of thing. I don't believe in God, but if I did, that just makes sense to me. I guess I'm just logically thinking here, and, I guess I need to throw that out the window before I can possibly think of a God in existence, because apparently my idea of God is someone who's more intelligent than I am, and that's completely wrong. He has to be less intelligent, way more simple-minded, and not give a damn about how the planet works. So, But yeah, the Pope renounced fucking creationism as a thing. He went to evolution. Well, not all of creationism. He just renounced part of creationism, which was the animals thing. He said, basically made this statement that more or less said that God still created the heaven and the earth and all that, but when God created animals, he created species that would evolve over time. That's not that far-fetched. I mean, I still disagree with that statement because of the other parts of it that are so unscientific, but at least he got that much right. I mean, that's a step forward. It's kind of like how, the church used to believe that the earth was the center of the universe and debated it, like, fiercely. And we got to that point where it was just like, you're stupid, and the religious people had to stop. Now, we can prove that we're not the center of the universe just by how our seasons act, or our solar system, just by how our seasons act. Or, you can actually look up at the sky and figure it out. So, there's a lot of evidence showing that the sun is the center. There's no way around that. It's so obvious. You can't possibly debate that anymore. Another thing I hear is that evolution is just a theory. So is that the sun is the center of the universe. That is also just a theory. Science never, ever gives something a different definition or a different word to say that it's truth. All it does is mark everything as theory. In order to be marked as a theory, you have to have so much evidence behind it that it's a possibility. And once it becomes a possibility, people keep researching it further and further and further to the point that it becomes something that you can't debate against. Much like how the sun is the center of the universe. You can't really put up any kind of arguments like, well, it is. There's no two ways about it. Or the flat earth theory. That's you can put up so much evidence that the earth is round. You can't really say the earth is flat anymore. There are still people who believe it's flat and that everything's just bullshit. Those are the same people who believe in creationism, and they probably also believe that the earth is the center of the universe. They're that few that are so stupid that they just denounce everything except their Bible. And it's just, they're retarded. But evolution has a lot backing it up, showing that it's a thing, it's true. There's no, you can't debate it. It's there. But the thing is a lot of people aren't actually looking at it because they don't want to. And that's an issue. That's why I say before you try debating against me, please research it. please research it. And please stop saying, well, evolution is just a theory. A lot of things are just theories. Science doesn't have a specific word that they put forth when a theory is something that's true and irrefutable. They don't have a word for that. They constantly mark something as theory so it can always be debated, so it can always be open for consideration, so it can always be open for skepticism, so you can constantly go up against it if you want to, so you can always challenge it, so you can always do your own research, because science revolves around people doing research. And sometimes people miss things, and they want people to constantly research things and constantly try to go deeper and deeper into them just to try to prove them wrong. Because if you can't, or even if you can, both ways helps advance science. Both ways. If you prove something wrong or you prove something completely right, both of those help science to adapt and overcome to where it's at. It makes it get better. So science doesn't care that you think it's wrong. They want you to actually research it and prove it wrong. They don't care if you think it's right. They want you to research it and know it's right. That's why science marks everything as theory, so people can constantly research it, so it's always open for debate. And as long as you can gather enough information to say it is wrong, then science will listen to you and try to debate against you and see what you have. And if everything you say is wrong, they will tell you so. If everything you say is right, then science will do their own research on top of that, doing the same study that you did in order to reproduce as you did. And that's how science works. So your idea of theory is something that's just a thought, and that's what hypothesis is. Theory is actually the ending result, something that can be tested over and over, and this is the result. That's what science does. Everything in science is a theory. All end results is a theory. They're all marked as theories. That's just how it works. That's science. That they always leave it open to debate, because that's how science works. That's how science gets better, is by always opening it up for debate. But in summary, please research what you're talking about. Please, please, please research what you're talking about. It gets really annoying. I go into an argument, and I know about your creation myth. You know nothing about evolution. And then you try arguing with me from a stance of ignorance on the subject you're trying to argue against. So I have to sit there and basically teach you, and then see if you can argue with me after I just taught you. And then you always say something that's stupid, and then I have to explain to you why that's stupid. And, and then in the end, it doesn't end right at all. You walk away being a jackass, and I walk away looking like a jackass, because I had to basically sit there and teach you like you're a little kid, and you're not a little kid anymore. Where I come from, I understand, because some of the science teachers that were teaching evolution taught it purposely wrong. Purposely. Because they know it's right, but they want to keep God. And so they purposely don't go into evolution. They touch on bits and just make it sound wrong. And they purposely lie. So you really got to do your own research on it and come to your own conclusion. Don't listen to your church. Don't listen to your preacher. Don't listen to your parents. Don't listen to your science teacher. Actually research it. Look into it and figure it out on your own. And go to a site that's not religious. Please go to actual science sites. I wouldn't go to an anti-theist to learn about the Bible. I would go to the actual Bible or a religious site to learn about religious views. So please research it. And you don't need God, or you don't need to renounce God to believe in evolution. You can have both God and evolution. It's just like God and creationism. You can have God still and evolution. You can have that. The Pope, as well as most of Europe for that matter, most of Italy, you know, where the Pope lives, believe in evolution. They know for a fact that evolution is a thing. But yeah, that's all I got to say. Hopefully this video comes up and all that stuff. But yeah, you got that gold mine of Republican crap and the reply to the UK video to look forward to. So like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. I'll be making more videos soon, and I have a 4-day weekend, so I got nothing better to do. So hopefully I'll make some more videos. Or give me ideas for videos if you want. Send me articles. I don't care. I mean, I'll make a video on anything as long as I feel like it's, you know, needed to be made a video of. I'm trying to make videos for video games, but I noticed a lot of people have already done all the video games and nothing new has come out recently. So I'm more or less just waiting on winter, and I can't wait for Fallout. So I'm definitely going to do a video on that. I did a video on Elder Scrolls Online. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys.